guys, what's happening? Josh Cantwell here, and we're actually in my conference room. Just finished up a meeting with my staff, and we're about to go on a property tour. I have 2 new properties that I'm about to close on, not next week, but the week after, November 11th and November 15th. So yesterday I prepared all of the documents, the notes, the mortgages, to have our private lenders sign. So the reason for this video and what I'm going to show you is not just the property, but the documents that we use to raise the capital, okay? And over the last couple weeks and over the next couple of weeks going forward, I'm gonna really focus in on not just finding properties and making money, but getting the capital, getting the funding to get all this stuff done, all right? So let me walk you through this. I took the note and the mortgage that we're gonna have signed on on this property. This is the one on Bailey that I'm gonna take you to. So we'll start with Bailey today. The address is 2284 Bailey Road in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, 44221. So if you want to look it up on the internet, be my guest. We absolutely want you guys to take a look at these properties online and check them out. So we're going to be out in the field here in a little bit inside of Bailey, and I'll walk you through it. So what I did was over the last couple of weeks and months, I've been developing relationships with a couple of guys who I thought could be good private lenders, could be a potential capital source for me. And I've sent them my newsletters, I've sent them follow-up collateral, I've sent them information about my business and what I do, and they've reached out to me and said, yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested in talking to you more. So I've had some lunch appointments, some dinner meetings, we've talked on the phone a couple times, and then when this property came up, I basically called them up and I said, look, here's what I need. I need $57,000. We're going with the 12% interest or 15% of the profit, whichever is greater. And within a 5-minute phone call, I said, yep, I'm in. All right, so here's the 2 documents that I had produced. I blacked out their names, obviously, for privacy reasons for my lender. But here's the note, okay? The note is the IOU, okay? This is the promise to pay, all right? This does not get recorded in public record, but you can see right here we're paying 12% interest or 15% share of the net profits or net proceeds, whichever is greater, okay? Whichever is greater. And it's got a 1-year balloon. Okay, so we plan on closing on November 11th. So on November 10th, 2013, we have to pay them back. Well, obviously, we plan on buying this house, fixing it, selling it inside of a couple months. But if worse comes to worse, then we're going to have to pay them back within a year. Okay, and that's how the note is structured. Then this mortgage, you can see it's for the same exact amount, $57,000 right here. The mortgage is what gets recorded in public record, okay? And so once we close on this property, the $57,000 will be wired into the title company. The $57,000 will be enough for us to buy the property, plus all of our rehab costs, our carrying costs, and anything like that. And we'll have the extra money to basically carry the property, pay all the bills until the time the property sells. We're planning on listing and selling the house for $109. All right, so here's what my thought process is. All right, $57,000 investment. Okay, 12% interest or 15% of profit. Okay, whichever's greater. We're going to list this property once the project is done and the renovations are done. We're going to list it for $109,900. Our profit potential is $52,900, okay? And actually, out of the $57,000 that we're getting, our budget is actually only $53,000, okay? We're actually borrowing a little bit more than we need, and we're going to put the $4,000 in our pocket up front, okay? This is basically profit that we're going to make later that we're paying ourselves now. So our actual budget's only $53,000. All right. So Our profit actually isn't 52. Our profit's actually 56. Okay, 1099 is what we're gonna list it for. We're gonna be into it for 53. So 56,900 is our projected profit. Now we're gonna have to, reduce the price and pay for realtor commissions and closing costs, but we're working with 56,000. So our target number is $40,000 in profit. That's what we're shooting to make, and that's what we will make on this property. So if we drop the price and realtor commissions, closing costs, we're still gonna make 40. So our private lender is gonna make 12% interest on the 57, or 15% of profit on the 40, okay? Which would be $6,000, okay? $6,000 is 15% of 40K. So 12% on the 57,000 that we borrowed, okay, 12% interest. Let's grab my calculator here. I love these iPhones. So 57,000 times 12% is 6840. Okay, and that's for a year. But we have to divide by 2. So if this only takes us 6 months, the total interest that we're going to owe them is $3,420 if it takes us 6 months from start to finish. Okay, so $3,420. So if you're the private lender, at a minimum, they're going to get 12%. This is in the note, $3,420 in interest on the 57. Or if we hit our target number of making 40, they're going to make $6,000 on the 40. So which one would you rather have? Right? You'd rather have the 6,000, right? So to give an idea, here's how we figure out their interest. So if they give us $57,000 and we give them $6,000 in return in 6 months, okay, so $6,000 times 2 is $12,000. So if we could do 2, because if it takes us 6 months, we could do 2 in 12 months. So their annual interest they would have earned would be 12 grand. So 12,000 divided by 57,000, which is their investment, equals a net return on investment of 21.5%. So as we talk about raising capital during this video and future videos that we're going to be releasing to you guys over the next couple of days and weeks, all right, when you have a very compelling offer, okay, and that's the word I want you to remember, a compelling offer. It's really tough for people to say no. When I can offer somebody a potential 21.5% return on investment with 12% as their minimum and all this upside, people are saying yes. Yes, Josh, I want to do deals with you. Yes, I want to partner with you. Yes, I want to lend you money. So you need to have that compelling offer. So inside of this video and future videos, I'm going to show you how to create compelling offers for your deals. All right? So we'll see you in a few minutes. We'll be out to the house and we'll take you inside. This house is a wreck. This is a bank-owned REO that we have a contract on. We're closing in about 2 weeks. We're paying $25 for this, and our rehab budget is $28. This house needs a lot of work, but that's how we make money in this business. So the plan is buy it for $25, put about $28,000 into it. We're gonna be into it for about $53, and the plan is to relist it and put it back on the market for $109.9, and it needs quite a bit of work. So come on inside, guys, take a look. This is probably gonna be a living room area. And over here is like there's a living room area here as well. So this is a smaller room than the other one. So I'm not sure how we'll turn it. We might even take some of the walls out. But logically, this would be the living room, and that would be more of a dining room. But since that area is so much bigger, we might try to switch them a little bit. So all new drywall in here. All that whole wall will come down. All this stuff will come down here. This is all going to come out. We got 2 bedrooms in the back. Just a linen closet. So bathroom here, all new bathroom. You know, you're talking about $2,000 or so, $1,500 in the bathroom. New bathtub, new sink, new toilets, all that stuff. New fixtures, new lighting. These back rooms are, you know, a lot of Probably tear out a lot of drywall in here. We might save some of it, but this is just a, small bedroom here. New windows, new closet, all new carpet, obviously. This down here is some mold for sure.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. You see some mold on the windows. So the interesting part about this house, though, is the upstairs. I mean, it's big enough up here that there's plenty of room to work with, which is good. There's heat that come in here. All the heating ducts and stuff are in. It just has to be finished off. It would look a lot better up here if it was drywalled in. I mean, this is a big project. Our rehab budget here is $28,000, which is substantial for a house this small. But we'll be in this thing for just $53,000. List it and sell it for $109,900. Probably sell it for around $100,000. And this is a pretty active area because very affordable area. The house is selling for about $100,000 after they're repaired. So shouldn't have a problem selling it once it's all done. Okay guys, so this is Bailey Road, and I got to be honest with you. If the private lenders that were gonna fund this deal saw this place, they might be a little bit spooked because it's so much work. It looks like a lot of work. This is not a huge house, about 1,500 square feet. But oftentimes, this is exactly the type of property that we buy. These houses need a lot of work. In this case, this house needs $28,000. They need a lot of work, and that's why we're able to make a large return on investment. That's why we're able to make a large profit. Our target number for this house is about $38,000 to $40,000 in profit. And that wouldn't be available if these houses were in great condition. So this house needs a new roof, it needs new windows, it needs new carpet, it needs paint, it needs new kitchens, it needs a new bathroom. The upstairs, the upstairs, this is technically a Cape Cod. The upstairs needs totally finished. A lot of new electrical, a lot of the exterior needs to be painted. But $28,000 on a 1,500 square foot house, that goes a long way. We'll be able to do a lot of good things to get this house fixed up. And often the thing with private lenders and investors is they don't really necessarily care to come see the house. They don't necessarily care to do the repairs. What they care about is the return on investment that they're gonna get. What they care about is that you're a trustworthy person that's gonna do what you say you're gonna do. What they care about is getting a better return than they are in the market. And what they care about is an irresistible offer. And when I can come into a house like this and we pay somebody 12% minimum and with an upside in the equity, they have the potential to earn a 15, 18, 20% return or more on on this particular property investing with us that they really can't get in the stock market anywhere. So this irresistible offer is really what gets investors interested in being in these properties. They don't want to get involved in putting in new HVAC, new windows, new roofs. They leave that stuff up to us. They leave it up to you. But you have to have an irresistible offer, and you have to have a way to explain that to them. And that's why we use our PowerPoint presentations. We use our Excel spreadsheets to predict within a relative, a reasonable amount of time when this project will be finished. Okay, so here's what I want to know from you guys. This is a big project. We're buying it for $25,000. We're putting $28,000 into it, and we're raising private capital. I'm not going to have any of my own money in this property. Matter of fact, we're going to get paid $4,000 up front when we buy it. So the question is, do you want to know how to get access to capital? Do you want to know how to raise your own money to fund your real estate deals, whether it's rehabs or rentals or wholesale flips that you need capital? So my question for you is, do you want to know more about how to raise money? And if you do want to know more, how do you want me to teach it to you? Do you want to come to our live events? Do you want to come to my office? Do you want to go on a bus tour? Do you want me to teach it to you over a coaching class online via a live webinar? So do me a favor. If you're interested in learning more about how to raise capital and how to fund your deals, send us an email to coaching@srecnow.com. It's coaching@shreknow.com. And when you send that email, give us your first name, your last name, your email, your phone, and tell us how you would prefer to learn how to get capital for your business. Over the last 12 months, I've successfully raised well over $2 million to fund my real estate transactions. And I have a lot that I can teach you about how to evaluate deals, how to structure and put the money in place, how to follow the SEC guidelines, and how to raise tons of money. So send us an email to coaching@shreknow.com and let us know how you want to learn it. We'll do as best we can to deliver the information to you in the format that you want to learn it, okay? So this is 2284 Bailey Road. Got about $38,000 to $40,000 in profit in this one. And we'll bring it back out in a couple weeks after we've closed on it and after the rehab's begun, and we'll give you an update, all right? So we'll talk to you soon. Take care.